and the gate is going to drop. Let's see if Cottle's able to get that thing up and running. Where is it at? The inside, Christian Janik on the 27. He's got Hayden Deegan right there with him, but Deegan was displaced by a KTM rider himself.
Wow.
But it's Christian Janik. Look at that. Oh, he doubles, making a rhythm section there.
Janik had the drop and the timing on the gate, but his ability to deliver that power, Kevin,
oh,
he got
wow.
the maximum drive. And take a look, already about 4 to 5 good bike links as he rails it. Everybody's going to try to go underneath of him, and he's going to make a break for it.
Wow, do you see Deegan triple in there? He goes 2, 3, 3. Those are big bike moves right there.
Yeah, and to do that on a little bike, it has to be pinned.
Super impressive there. You'll see him, like they say, it'll percolate. He'll work his way up into the number 1 spot. Christian Janik, though, is going to try to make hay while this Tennessee sun shines. And Deegan has now moved into the number 2 spot.
Yeah, it didn't take him long. He knew he could work a couple of those outsides in this loose stuff right now. Knew that he could go out there and just kind of steer with the rear, keep the power on.
There's Schmirlik on the number 8 machine in 3rd. Did Cottle get that bike running? Do we see the number 86 out there?
As of yet, no.
Wow, look at those. He's doubling through that rhythm section, and Deegan's like, I will take that right away. Thank you very much.
Cottle in 14th place, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
good
there
deal.
we go. So Deegan makes his way into the lead. Got to tell you, Kevin, in that rut there earlier, we saw, I believe it was Harrison chasing Mike Brown, caught the front brake.
How about that? These guys, the technology keeps changing. We actually have the whole shot results, the first 29 guys. Normally we get just the top guy, and now we can kind of get an idea. Did he come through?
Cool.
Very cool. Technology. Here comes the number 38, Danger Boy, Hayden Deegan. Look at him. What's going on here?
Now we're going to go from the leader, from the whole shots of the leaderboard right now. And the leader, of course, is Hayden Deegan. Halfway through that lap, displacing Christian Janik. Jude Schmirlik now in that number 3 ride. Carter Malcolm in the 4 position. Zayden Mason rounding out the top 5.
So we just prepped this racetrack, and I was talking to Matt Walker, and here we had an epiphany, or he had an epiphany. What's the big change? The racing has been phenomenal. The only difference we can come up with is the midday prep. They used to flatten this thing out for the 50s at noon, and for an hour they would race. And then you would be set up with a different racetrack that they plow it and water it so deep in the morning, it stays pretty much throughout the day versus that midday prep where it kind of flattens it out and we don't get those deep morning ruts like we do. And I believe that's truly the only difference we can come up with why it's so raceable.
That makes a lot of sense,
You know,
to be quite honest with you.
That has a lot to do with it. I mean, as far as, you know, the course not getting overly rough like what we've seen. But I think another thing, the changes they made for the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross National.
100% agree with that,
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I've talked to a lot of riders that says the flow is so much better now. It's not nearly as technical
Herky-jerky.
turns. Yeah, herky-jerky type stuff. So, you know, you can flow in and out of the turns a lot better. And even though the track is a little longer, the lap times are about the same.
Yeah, we're at closing down on the 150s being the new benchmark. We're at 152 right now being the quickest. As we continue to watch Hayden Deegan, Christian Janik, Schmirlik in the 3 spot, Carter Malcolm 4th, Zayden Mason rounds out your top 5. Janik now coming under the attack of Schmirlik on that number 8 KTM.
Yeah, Schmirlik getting up here early in this one knows that it's going to be go time. If he can latch on right now and dispatch of Christian Janik, might have a shot at getting up there and keeping an eye on the Danger Boy.
He's a big tall kid, too. You can see him kind of working that bike here. Going to set it right in the exact same rut as your second place rider, Christian Janik, on that team green Kawasaki ride. Janik, a very lean little guy, man. I bet he doesn't weigh $110 with the Alpine Stars and concrete-filled boots. He's a lean, mean dude. There is the 21. I believe that Timmerman, that's Enzo. watching it.
He knew what was happening. You know, he knew what was
real
going
time.
on.
He knew exactly what was going down. So I thought that was pretty cool to have the wherewithal to go, all right, I hope he's not going to hit me.
He was prepared to make some kind of move.
Some kind of evasive move, yeah,
if
for
it
sure.
wasn't too late, for sure. Touching down now after the tunnel, headed down by the billboard, goes the Danger Boy right now. Deegan, number 38, lays that thing down into that deep right-hander.
Man, he's going to be so much fun to watch on the big bikes.
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean, he's already doing that. You see him there kind of loading up, ready to hop over this bump. He'll find a jump here, jump that one, double this one. And those aren't even jumps. They just find cool little rhythms out there.
And that bike is set up so well that it'll respond to any input he gives it.
Sit down last minute, sizes up. He'll go 2, 3, and that guy's head's in the way, but he went 3 as well.
He went 2, mullet, 2.
Yeah, there you go. So Smirlik goes 2, 3, 3, 2 as well. A lot of homeschoolers at home trying to write that all down. Just write it down. It's 2 jumps, then 3 jumps, then 3 jumps, then 2 jumps, for a total of 10 jumps. And he does it in 3 leaps.
Like you said, all these kids sitting at home writing that down.
Oh, it's 4 leaps, sorry.
Trying to figure that out.
Yeah,
What's that?
That was 4 leaps. I couldn't even do the math. Wait a minute.
They're like, wait
2,
a minute.
3, 3, 2. Ah, jeez. Making fun of myself now. There you go. I was not homeschooled, public school, and that may explain it all. I do.
Janik's still able to hold off Smirlik right now, actually opening up just a bit of a gap. Smirlik closed up on him at about lap 2. What are we on now? 3? Yep. Closed up on him a lap ago and responding.
Hey, so what do you think now? I would imagine you'll probably find the fastest lap in this race about lap 4 or 5, because remember, we just kind of prepped the track. They're kind of sorting out the lines, stringing them all together. So probably about that 3rd or 4th lap, they'll figure out their best combination of laps.
Probably this morning we saw a similar thing, fast lap coming around lap 5 in those kind of conditions.
Both those guys went inside 2 laps ago. Now they've realized the outside is faster. That's way outside. I don't know about that.
The fence onto the county road there.
I think he just wanted to high-five some of the fans.
Absolutely.
They're like, yeah, Christian Janik.
So appreciate the love.
Oh, well, I'll come see you right now. Not after the moto. I'll come out there right now. There's the 21 of Enzo Timmerman. Oh, no, trouble.
Just got done saying a pretty good week for him and his brother. But
good to see him. Good to see the bike running, and he is on top of it. So
for sure.
All things considered, this moto is now done for the 21 of Timmerman. There's the 27 as we continue to follow Christian Janik in the number 2 spot. Smirlik still in the photo there. They both went with the untucked jersey. That's a classic Jason Anderson, Jacob Saylor move here. We'll go 2 again, 3, and 3 again. Clean as a whistle.
Yeah, that's pretty big right there on that bike.
Did you see the video of we talked about it, of Stewart on that in 2005 when he goes through the 10 Commandments? That was back when the week would start with doubles. You would have rhythm through there, and then about 2 days in, everybody's just skimming the last 4 or 5. I loved when we used to skim the 10 Commandments. Awesome. Donovan Mitchell back in the day. Yes.
Love it, dude.
That was so cool.
That was good stuff.
Don't really see that anymore. We just see a good rhythm and jump as far as you can and let her rip.
Waiting for somebody to go 4.42.
Oh, whoa.
So,
just go way wide. As wide as you can get. There's Christian Janik way back on the bike there. He is Kawasaki's hope here in this Super Mini 1. This is moto number 2 for them. Halfway home, 10 minutes in. It's Deegan 5 seconds out front of Janik. Smirlik is 3rd. Carter Malcolm is 4th. Dylan Blecka is 5th. William Kanagura is 6th. Trace Holland 7th. Randall Myers 8th. Cody Samples 9th. And Noah Viney just now jumping into the top 10. You know, Casey Cochran's probably watching on his phone wondering what could have been. You know he wants to be here. We talked about it.
Absolutely, man. That guy's a competitor. It was just instamatic when you saw the new relationship with Gas. We saw down to Mini O's. Just made the brand change right away. Had a little bit of a new program, and it was so cool to see that progress. And he was prepped, he was ready, and he was dying to be here. He really wanted to see how he was going to stack up under neutral conditions. You know, nobody hurt, nobody this, and well, now somebody's hurt again.
Yeah, and to catch you up, Casey went down yesterday in one of our Super Mini motos with while running, I believe, up front. So, Casey, we'll send some get well soon wishes to you, my man. And I know it seems like the biggest thing in the world not to be here, but in the grand scheme of things, it'll be a blip on the radar. You'll be back on the big bike here before you know it and winning titles in no time.
Yeah, and it's been that same story, that exact same story for many a racer over the year down here.
Yeah, ask Jet Reynolds about that. He's missed a time or two here at the ranch.
Exactly.
As we follow overhead, Smirlik will not let Christian Janik go. He's right there. He's within striking distance. 1 second flat.
Yeah, you keep waiting for him to hold it on just a little longer in one spot. You know, he's going to close the gap. He's going to close the gap. But it's just been so consistent. I mean, they were a bit closer than this on lap 2. But here we are. You know, we're on lap 5, headed for lap 6 right now. And he just kept it very, very solid, very consistent. About 8 bike lengths between the two of them.
So all eyes on this battle for the number 2 spot. Let's check in. Christian Janik, I believe, did finish second in that first moto, if I remember correctly. He was 4th. No, excuse me. So he's got a 4-2 cooking right now. Let's see. Smirlik was a 6th place finisher. So he's got a 6-3 cooking. And Hayden Deegan, I believe, was your moto winner. Yes, so Deegan cooking with gas for sure. VP race fuel, to be in fact. And Janik flirting with that outside line again that took him all the way in the grass. Hope that doesn't come back to bite him. You know how rules are. I'm not sure what the rules even say about that. Hopefully, I didn't see an advantage gained. He didn't miss a jump.
Yeah, no advantage gained. I can tell you that. Yeah, for sure. When they come through there just a second ago, you notice them blasting that fringe out on the very edge of the Bermuda Triangle.
That's what went away. It probably gave away on him.
That's what gave away on him for sure.
Man, these stands are just packed here on all the different Monster Energy viewing platforms. We have 3 of them, and there's several hundred people on each one of those.
Oh, it's awesome. It's incredible. And to be honest with you, that many people don't look crowded on there because they're tiered and there's plenty of room around the
plenty
deck.
of shade.
Yeah, for sure.
Get a delicious Monster Energy beverage of your choice there as they're doling them out. As we continue to watch Smirlik trying to keep tabs on the Monster Energy Kawasaki ride as Greg Geisler getting a text. He just sold a car. That's the sound of money right there. Anytime there it is, he's making money. ABC is what he says. Always be closing. Greg Geisler just sticks his head in there.
Sold.
That's the sound of money right
Sold.
there. I made $8 of him just stepping in the room, man. Everybody gets richer when Greg Geisler's around. So Geisler checking on some of his buddies. He's got Noah Viney on that BTO 7MX Rides Unlimited ride, and Viney is climbing up into the number 8 spot. So Greg Geisler keeping tabs on him. Just go hand him your wallet, Greg, when he's done with the race.
Exactly.
Good ride, son. There is the 38 of Hayden Deegan, the Danger Boy. He's got the new line of wheels. You can buy those wheels right now. How cool are those things?
They look great on that machine, that's for sure.
And we're just floating through the field here. Look I love these drone shots. You can't give me enough drones. You can't overdo the drone shot for me.
And lap after lap keeps sending it out into those rollers. Unnecessary. Nothing
and I love it.
about doing that right now, and I absolutely love it every single lap.
That's the mark of a pro. You asked Ricky Carmichael back in his 2 straight years of winning every Moto Pro motocross. You think he was just mailing it in? He didn't just manage a lead. He went out there and he wanted to annihilate you. And that's exactly what's happening now. We've got it out to a 9-second lead. I went 3rd person, like I have anything to do with the success.
You were on the bike with him.
Oh, yeah. No, he don't want me on the bike.
Gears,
I'm no part successful here. There is the 43, the richest team in motocross. The Rides Unlimited BTO, Rolex heart monitors. They've got it all there. They don't have Polar heart rate monitors. They've got
Rolex
Submariner heart rate monitors. As soon as you get on the
300 meter.
As soon as you join the team, he gets you set up with dental, vision, 401k. That's the BTO Rides Unlimited 7MX KTM team there.
Coming up on that 5-minute mark, Kevin Kelly. Just about 5 minutes to go in this. These guys running 2 minutes flat or so up front.
Viney goes all the way around the outside there, huh?
Viney showing you the outside peg technique right there.
That looks sharp. That's a good look. Noah Viney on the 43 machine continues to climb. He's up to 6th, so he's picking up spots there. Oh, right down in the middle of the track. And I can't give enough kudos to this track staff, from the guys on the dozers, the water trucks, the flaggers, the EMS crews. They are all over it. We had a big get off for one of our riders, and they took their time. There's no rush. They're not going to scoop you up and get the next race going. They are going to make sure you are ready to be transferred. Oh, and that was Smirlik. Look at that. He's having a problem. The bars are down in his lap. The number 8 of Smirlik. That is disastrous.
Right now, a little bit of the pain. He jumped up under
Wow.
adrenaline.
That
You see
bike is beat up. The subframe's gone.
That's subframe. That's not just a fender by any means. That's a subframe. Possibly airbox cracked on that one too as well. So.
Well, looking at the bike, I'm glad to see it. He is okay for sure. And we continue to follow along with the number 38. There he is, Mr. Hayden Deegan, up and over that step up. And Deegan is having it go his way. 9 seconds is the deficit now between himself and the 27 of Christian Janik. Deegan comes through the mechanics area. He'll look over to his right, sign an autograph, high five one of the fans, and he continues to lead.
8 laps in, coming up on 3.5 minutes left in this one. And Deegan still doing that small manual technique back through the back section right there, using those rollers almost as preload bumps.
He'll go wide here going into the 10 Commandments. Now he's got to kind of sort out what this rider in front of him is going to do. Do you do the triple? You got to be careful here, and he will not. He checks up. See, those are the little things that you have to make, those split-second decisions not to do the triple. He would have absolutely landed on that young man.
Yeah, that would have been disaster. But you notice at the same time, when he does decide to double, takes it clear to the right side of the track, avoids the conflict.
He went over 3 ruts just then. He squared that turn off and went over 3 different ruts to get around that next rider. Those are the millions of little things he is doing. Second by second, he goes on the inside of the number 37. And Hayden Deegan on his way to a 1-1 score here. Doesn't triple that one either.
He is one of the very best at being able to pick that stuff up on the fly, being able to adapt. He goes through lots of traffic in his races.
Oh, of course.
His ability to do exactly what he's doing right now, keep the speed up while making those moves, not have to slow down and follow for a second, not check up. He has that ability. He can, at race speed, make that move and continue through the traffic.
So lap number 4, we talk about this halfway through the races when he found all the lines and put it together, a 1:58 for Hayden Deegan. And look at that, he was at a 2 minute just this last lap. So it tells you a 2 seconds deviation from his fastest lap here deep in the moto. That shows you fitness. Line choice is dialed in. He's been going inside here every single lap. Everybody else typically going outside there.
Yeah, it tells you about the whole program right there. Kind of sums it up. Taking a look just a little further
White flag
back.
lap.
Taking a little further back, Randall Myers in that 10th place, Jace Allred in 11th, Zayden Mason riding now in the number 12 spot, Hayes Edwards in the 13th position, Dylan Sullivan rides in 14th, Kyler Rahm moved into the number 15 spot, Nolan Riley in 16th, Owen Bills on that number 94 machine, he's in the 17th spot, Seth Shirley having a little bad luck in this one for sure, he's out there in that number 18 ride, Clayton Stocktail in the 19th spot, and Jackson Glather rounds out the top 20. A lot of riders expecting to be a good bit higher on that one. Coming out with some mediocre starts, we'll say. I don't want to say bad starts, but mediocre starts. And what happens, they just get mired in those groups of 5 and 6 right now, Kevin. And if you look at those lap times, they're only half a second apart through that pack.
He laps up into the top 20 there with that number 15 of Jackson Glathar. He will lap up into the top 20, so he's working his way through the field here and this moto. The number 38 of Hayden Deegan, you're right. There's a lot going on here. Picking his way through traffic, picking his way through the ruts.
And still running, like you said, somewhere around 2 minutes. That time 2:02, did have a bunch of lappers. We did actually see him double instead of triple and that kind of thing. So, but right now, clear track for the number 38, picking that speed right back up, racing his way to the checkered flag.
So the race clock about to expire, 30 seconds to go here. And Hayden Deegan on his way to 1-1 moto scores. Hadn't seen that too often here. 1-1 perfect race scores here. It's been kind of up and down for some guys, but Hayden Deegan, his championship now coming into focus.
And the whole situation, the expectations, the predictions, this and that, sometimes totally flip-flop, totally a 180.
Checker flag will come out. This go around, the white flag was out, and Hayden Deegan will make it 2 for 2. And he is excited. Hayden Deegan out of California will take that checker flag. Christian Janik should come across the stripe here. 13 seconds back, Christian, solid ride for second. And we had Jude Smirlick in the number 3 spot. He has dropped a few laps back. Remember, he had that big get-off, and that will help out the folks behind him. Carter Malcolm will jump up onto the podium. Dylan Blecka, Noah Viney round out your top 5.
And how about Janik? I mean, had all kinds of pressure from different people, ran on the track, off the track, made a big mistake back there in that back corner, got the thing hung up basically, and able to salvage that second place. Man, that is absolutely huge.
So Ryan Holiday will be pleased with that as he walks through the tunnel, heading down to the top 10 tent. That's, dude, for me, that was always big. If you could just make it into that tent, make it under there, your top 10, you've done some work here. Brian Spencer, it's been a pleasure having you up here, my friend. Brian, one of our longtime listeners to motocross, probably the biggest fan you're going to find. This guy comes all the way up here, loves the sport so much. I just want to be here and listen.
That's it, dude. He wants to listen live. And I got to tell you something. He's welcome in our booth. He's part of our family all the time. We see him everywhere. We've seen him at Outdoor Nationals, Mini-O's, him and his dad on the road constantly. I love it.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the number 38. It is Hayden Deegan. Rodney Tomlin checking his text. Get off your phone. Let's talk to our winner.
No, I'm checking out comments on YouTube from our live stream because everybody's tuned in right now to check out what's going on with Hayden Deegan. Put your hands together. Moto 2 Super Mini 1 winner and gold medal achiever. Again, Hayden Deegan, congratulations, man. Another day at the office, another good ride out there. Talk about this second moto out.
Yeah, it was good. Got a pretty good start. Came out like 5th, and then sent it through one of the straightaways hard, and made my way behind Christian, got around him, and from there just found some good flowing lines and sent it.
I tell you, a good ride, and it all comes together. And now addressing a lot of the comments on YouTube, everybody keeps talking about Hayden Deegan's got a broken arm. He's winning with a broken arm. And I asked you, I said, dude, is your arm broke? And you said, no, it's not broke, but there is something going on, right?
Yeah, I crashed pretty hard yesterday. I made a bad decision. I like downshifted up one of the lips, and I tried to get out of the way for Christian, but turned the wrong way. So we got a nice tire to the arm. It's just pretty bruised and messed up my back a little because it's got a rear tire there too. So we'll be good though. We're good, and we're gonna stay strong, and we don't give up here.
That's it, man. That's it. Who you want to say thanks to?
KT Morris Brigade, Monster Energy, my mom, dad, mechanic Tyler, my filmer, Dunlop, Method Race Wheels, 100%, 60, just everyone else who's helping me out there. Thank you guys.
There you go. Hayden Deegan, ladies and gentlemen, taking Moto Gold here at Loretta Lynn's, and the 27 to Christian Janik. Janik making his way up for a second place position and silver medal as they fist bump. You're ripping. You're ripping. No doubt about it. You're all ripping out there. A little bench racing going on up here. Good job, man. You had yourself a good moto out there. Talk a little bit about yours.
Yeah, I got off to a great start. I pulled a whole shot next to Hayden, and Hayden got around me, but I tried staying his pace, and Jude Smirlik was riding really good, so I had to keep pushing and got off to a great moto.
No doubt. Now, does that mean that you get this thing right here? Did you get this? Is that what you put your hands together? Silver medal and the Stasic Whole Shot Award going to Christian Janik. Christian, I tell you, man, a good week for you so far. I'm sure you're pretty satisfied with it right now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Who do you want to say thanks to?
My mom, my dad, Jesus for keeping me safe. Everybody from Kawasaki, they helped me so much. Pro Circuit, Tamer Whole Shot Device, Dunlop Tires, Renthal, Maxima, Uni Air Filters, Bell Helmet, Fox, 100%, Cometa Gasket, and everybody I forgot, thank you.
Christian Janik, ladies and gentlemen, Moto Silver here in the Super Mini 1 12 to 15-year-old class, and I believe, is it Carter Malcolm? Did you hang on for the bronze? I believe so. Big smile coming out of his face as he makes his way up toward the podium, grabs that bronze medal. How about it? Put your hands together once again. Carter Malcolm taking the third place position, Moto bronze. Wow, dude, you really laid down out there this time. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I had 40th gate pick. I got a DNF in the last moto, so I actually got a pretty good start. I think I came out like second or third, and then my first 4 laps were pretty horrific, but I think about lap 5 I caught into a flow and just noticed I had a pretty good gap on 4th and just kind of rode the rest of the moto.
That's awesome, man, especially whenever you can pull it out like that. You got to feel pretty good to go from basically 0 to almost hero, right?
Yeah, it feels great.
Who do you want to say thanks to?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, both my sisters, Uncle David and Steven, 6D, Spy, Fast House, Lynx Racing, Willie Manning Suspension, Calaman Plumbing, FAF Graphics, Elite KTM, Performance Cycle, and everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
There you go. It's Moto Bronze and a 43 for Carter Malcolm, and he's stoked, no doubt about that.